Hey guys, this is Henry, Goal Coach, where I help you set and accomplish your life travel goals. I'm talking about my top 5 things to see around Las Vegas. So, number 1, Las Vegas downtown. You've got the main strip. If you come out into the airport, you're going to be just a mile from there. You can get an Uber for about $10 to pretty much anywhere on the main strip. When I was there with my partner Fabi last January, we stayed at, it was called The Signature at the MGM Grand. Really liked this place. It was a combination of a hotel and apartment. It was very affordable for the amount, for what it actually was. Very nice area. We had a whole room slash living room. In that, we also had a kitchenette, so we had a full all the utensils that you need to cook. We had a little stovetop, a little fridge. Made it very convenient for running down to the supermarket, grabbing some wine or some champagne, having some beers or some food so we can make omelets and some actually healthy food versus just constantly going out to eat. Vegas is not the place to go if you want to be on a budget for going out to eat or drinking. If you do want to just check out this town and see the sights in that area, I do highly recommend getting a room that's semi-apartment hotel style like we did. It allowed us to be able to go out on the town, see some really cool things. Ubers are essential, by the way. The taxis are about 2 to 3 times the price of an Uber or Lyft, so don't even think about going that route. Number 2, Hoover Dam. About 45 minutes outside on the east side of Las Vegas, maybe even a half hour depending on where you're staying in the city of Las Vegas. If you're right downtown from the airport, it's about a 40 to 45 minute drive depending on how you're driving. You've got the Colorado River coming in. There's a huge lake right before the Hoover Dam, which you actually, when you're driving there, you go down this huge hill, you get to see the lake. Definitely worth some photos. Hoover Dam, could easily spend a few hours there. You can go all the way down to the dam. You can walk across the top of the dam, looking down, looking up it. You can go down and look up on it. You can also go across the bridge that's even farther removed on the south side of the dam. And that will allow you to look down at the whole dam, the lake, and the river below. Really cool option as well. That's what I did personally with Fabiola. We were able to check out that particular walk. We didn't spend as much time there as we probably could have, but there's definitely a lot to see there. Third is going to be the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is phenomenal. It is a must-see in your life. If you like traveling, if you like seeing nature, if you like seeing wow things, the Grand Canyon cannot be pushed hard enough. It is one of the biggest things to see as far as I've seen in the world today. It is phenomenal. We particularly stayed in a town called Flagstaff. It's about an hour south of the South Rim. We chose an Airbnb in that area just because we wanted to drive out. We were on a 5-day weekend. And basically we flew into Las Vegas. We stayed Friday and Saturday night. We left Sunday morning. We drove through Sunday afternoon out to Flagstaff. Then we stayed in the Airbnb that night. And then the following day we went to the Grand Canyon, hiked, came back to our place in Flagstaff, stayed that night, and then the next day drove home and took our flight out. It was a little short as far as a short 5-day weekend, but we were able to see quite a bit. Flagstaff had some really quaint, sort of small country, but yet university style to it. There's quite a few places to eat on a budget. I would highly recommend, it's called the Tinder Box. The Tinder Box is a phenomenal restaurant. It is just south of the tracks in sort of an up-and-coming area in Flagstaff, and it had excellent wines, excellent service, excellent food. We went there 2 nights in a row. It was phenomenal. Definitely recommend that place. As far as the South Rim, that was where we went this particular trip. Really loved it, really had an awesome time. On our way out, we actually realized that about a mile off the rim from the main Grand Canyon park area, there was a airport and a handful of hotels and a trailer park and a bunch of other things, which I'm assuming are mostly for renting for people that are going there. You're probably going to spend a little bit more money, but you are going to be right there on the canyon, which can give you that early morning sunrise view, a late night, not having to drive anywhere after a hike and so on. So if you're not looking to necessarily save all the money in the world, but also looking to have some real convenience of being right there next to the Grand Canyon, I would definitely try checking out that particular area. I wrote it down. It's called Tusayan, which is Tusayan, is the little town there with the airport. I didn't check out the prices, but if you wanted to be close to the Grand Canyon South Rim, that would be where I would check out to try to get an Airbnb or a little hotel or something for the night or the time you're being there. Now, the Grand Canyon I'm going to split my third option into two, really. You have the South Rim, is where we went, but you also have the North Rim. I was there about a decade ago when I traveled around the U.S. With my best friend, and definitely don't want to take away from the North Rim. It is phenomenal and has a lot to see and do, but on the other hand, it is a little bit more of a hike, a little bit more of a drive to get up there. It's a little more out of the way. But if you have the time, definitely do it. The South Rim, we took a whole day, and we actually hiked from the South Rim all the way down to the Colorado River and then back up. This was a awesome time. I was planning on doing it. I really looked forward to doing it. I had never been all the way to the Colorado River and then back up, so I wanted to do that particular hike this particular trip. I believe the pronunciation for the trail that we took is the Cayabalo Trail, which is basically just a little bit east from the Angel Path. This was a really cool trail. Really enjoyed it. It is a 6-mile hike in, 6-mile hike out. That is just distance. So you're looking at 19.3 kilometers roughly. And then as far as that's just distance, which is a decent hike. But then you add in the altitude difference, the distance from going down and up. So you're going downhill on the way in, which is not easy on your knees and your back and so on. But then it's even harder on your legs. And 4,731 feet from top to bottom, and then from bottom to top again. That is 1,442 meters roughly. So you're looking at more than a kilometer and almost a half just going down and then just going up on top of almost 20 kilometers hiking there and back. This is a particularly fun hike. We did it in a day. It took us about 7.5 hours with some different breaks and stopping. A little picnic down there. We also had a little time where we did some yoga and just sort of meditating and enjoying the vastness of the Grand Canyon. My partner and I, she is not a one to do a lot of huge crazy hikes. She's still new to that area. She deeply impressed me. I was shocked to see how well she did going down and coming back up in one day. Most people hike down in, stay the night, and hike back out. We did it in one day. I was really happy and deeply impressed with how well Fabi did on that. For our particular trip, those three things were what we were able to see on our trip. Now, there are places I've been on a previous trip that I would highly recommend that are right in the general area around Las Vegas, but it would all depend on the amount of time you want to spend in each area and how much time you have in total. But things that should not go unmentioned: Zion National Park on the north face, just into Utah, above the Grand Canyon. This is a must-see. You can plan a whole trip just to go there. It is awesome. You also have Valley of Fire, just going to be a little to the northeast of Las Vegas, right on the beginning part of the Grand Canyon. Must see as well. And then just to the west of Las Vegas, you have Red Rock Canyon. All of these things are must-sees. So you have Red Rock Canyon, you have the Valley of Fire and Zion National Park, as well as Grand Canyon, Hoover Dam, and Las Vegas. There's 6 there in total. Las Vegas really isn't the actual location. That was, you know, where we fly into. You can check that out, but then you're also going to get all of those other things in that real close vicinity, all within about 4 to 5 hours driving one way, and definitely worth checking out. Now, if you broaden that, you're going to have even more parks and even more things to see in the bigger scope of things. But in that particular area, those are my 5 must-sees. Okay, guys, now, if you like what you're seeing here, I would really love it if you can like and share this video. If you can follow me for more videos if you'd like. Also, leave a question or comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, whether you want to add some really cool places that you've been to, or whether you'd like to, you know, let me know what you think about my list, whether you'd like to add some things to that list, and so on. Anything that might be able to help people just enjoy a vacation or a trip or some long-term traveling to this area. Also, please check my website out. It's called lifetravelgoals.com. I work one-on-one with people, helping them set and accomplish their life travel goals. So if you want to get in touch with me directly, please check that out. Have a great day, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video.